Alright, what up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the OBD-Link CX Bimmercode that I just picked up for the Supra. If you guys don't know, there's a little OBD-Link CX. I'll leave this in the description below, but this works with all, I believe, F and G series BMWs. Also the Supra, if you guys don't know, it's pretty much a BMW. I'm going to be showing you guys how to code your Supra and remove a lot of the annoying things and code some pretty cool things into the car. So first thing, you're going to go ahead and get this. I got mine, I believe, on Amazon. It was like 85 bucks. You're gonna get this and plug this into your OBD2 port. Don't worry, this isn't gonna mess with any of your tune. I'm tuned through ECU Tech, and this doesn't affect your tune at all. Basically, you just unplug whatever you have in the OBD. If you have, like, you know, your ECU Tech plugin, you're gonna unplug that and plug this in. The OBD2 port right here, and just stick this right up in there, and you'll see the lights are on. That means you're good to go. Once you have that plugged in, there's going to be some lights on the bottom that light up. That's how you know it is on. You're going to go ahead into your phone and turn on airplane mode. You don't want anything being affected when you're coding the new software in. So for the Supra, it's so annoying. It's going to want to keep connecting to your Apple CarPlay. Just forget the device so your phone doesn't want to connect to the Apple CarPlay. And then you're going to go download the app Bimmercode. It's going to look something like this. You're going to want to go ahead and install that. And just to let you guys know, you are going to have to pay, there's like a $50 expert mode thing you're going to have to buy. So the OBD port was like 85, and then in the app you're going to have to spend another $50 to go ahead and use the expert mode. So you're going to want to go into the app and select OBD-Link CX. That's the one you're going to be using, and you can go ahead and hit connect. And then go ahead and select, I know we're in a Supra, but you're going to want to go ahead and select BMW Z4. This is going to give you more tuning options than the Toyota Supra option will give you. And once you're in the car, I forgot to mention, you're going to want to hit the power button 3 times, and that's going to put you into diagnostic mode. And I was watching some other videos, and the guy said he likes to have his seatbelt plugged in so the car doesn't fall asleep or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Also, I forgot to mention, if you guys don't have the best car battery, you're going to want to put your car battery on a tender. That's going to ensure that your car doesn't die during this process, because you do not want the car to die during coding the car. Also, make sure your phone is also not about to die, because you don't want that dying in the coding process either. Alright, and now once you're in here and connected, you're going to go ahead and you're going to be brought to this screen. And we're just going to go run through all of these control units. Every single one has tons of functions. The ones with more functions, they take a little bit longer to load. But we're going to go ahead and start off with active sound design. So basically what this is, the car is pumping fake engine noise through the speakers into the cabin. And that's just personally something I'm not really interested in having. So you can go ahead and deactivate that. And then if you were to do that, you were to go ahead and hit code, and then you can go back to the main screen. So every time you come back to this main screen, you're going to want to hit code before you go back, or you're going to have to go and redo it all again. That's the first thing. I have that disabled. I don't want fake engine noise. I'm good on that. Now, second, they have advanced crash safety module. We're going to go ahead and open this and see what I have done in here. As you can see, this one is loading up a little slower. That's because there's a lot more stuff to go over in this module. So we're gonna go ahead and let that load up real quick. Alright, so in this module, the only thing I played around with was the seatbelt reminders. I basically have all of that disabled. That way, if I'm not wearing a seatbelt, or if my passenger isn't wearing a seatbelt, it's not gonna chime and chime and chime until someone puts on their seatbelt. I don't think I have to tell you this. Wear your seatbelt when you're driving. I'm just disabling this because sometimes I'm moving the car and it gets super annoying. I always wear my seatbelt when I drive. Yeah, just set all of these to not active. And the initial seatbelt reminder, this is the one when you get in the car and it first chimes to remind you to put on your seatbelt before you go ahead and start driving the car. I have that not activated. So in the air conditioning module, I actually didn't touch anything in that module, so we're going to go ahead and skip that. We're going to go through next the body domain controller module. So the only thing in body domain controller that I changed was in the mirrors section. All I did was for the automatic mirror tilt value, I set that to 30% because I believe it's set at like 70%. And when you're backing up, your passenger mirror is gonna kind of come down, and they have it set to 70%, so you're basically just looking at the ground. So I put that at 30, and I think that's a pretty good spot, just to, you know, bring it down a little bit so it helps you see but not pointing straight at the ground. All right, so next up is the engine control unit. Once you get in here, the only 2 things you can see are the auto start stop function. And so that's when you come to a stoplight or a stop sign, your car shuts off, and then once you let off the brake, it'll go ahead and turn on. I find that so annoying, so I went ahead and disabled that. So you're gonna want to go into the auto start stop function memory, and you're gonna want to turn that to active. And so what that's gonna do is remember what the setting was the last time you left it. So once you turn it off, you're not gonna have to turn it off again. You can shut off the car, come back to it the next day, and then it's still gonna remember to stay off. All right, so next up is the heads up unit. So in the warning chime, I didn't change anything. You can do the Rolls-Royce warning chime, you can do the Mini warning chime, or the BMW i. A little different. That one you don't really hear as much, so I didn't change it to that one. I actually did have it on that, but I switched it back. And the next thing I set up, this is a little funny. The startup screen, I have that set to animation, and then the start animation, I put that on M variant 1. So I'll go ahead and insert a clip here of what this looks like. I just think it's kind of funny. Obviously, I know this isn't a BMW. I just think it's a little humorous. Some people, I guess, get mad at that. I don't really know why. It is, I guess, technically a BMW, has a BMW motor. Basically everything in the car is, you know, BMW interior, just with a Toyota badge. But obviously this isn't like an M car or anything. So in the head unit tab, there was two things that I actually missed when I was coding this. The warning at startup, we're gonna go ahead and set that to not active. That's just when you get in the car, turn on that little like disclaimer that pops up on the screen. And same with the camera warning, when you go ahead and go to reverse, and it gives you some like warning, like don't rely on the cameras or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and set that to not active as well, and then go ahead and hit code, start coding. So as you see here, it's gonna go ahead and rewrite the code and finish it, and then it's gonna restart your ECU. So this is the part where you don't want your battery to die on your phone or car. So this is why you make sure those things are fully charged, because if your car dies when recoding the ECU, it can mess it up a little bit. And I'm not fully sure on, you know, if that bricks your ECU, to be honest. But as you see, coding successful, so go ahead and hit OK. We can go back to the control unit. So that's pretty much it. In the instrument cluster, the roof function center and seat module driver, I actually didn't change anything in those. I didn't find anything did need changing. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want to code these things into your Supra, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link down in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and click on that and go buy yourself the OBD reader. The seatbelts alone, that annoying chime, just me getting rid of that's worth 130 bucks. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a sub, you know, all that shit. I'll see you next one. Peace.